my gosh. Oh my gosh. So, hello, welcome in. So, I have been doing live series now. Well, I'm turning it into a live series. So, if you guys have been following me, y'all know I just pop on here or whatever. But it's specific days and specific events that have been happening. Welcome in. And so, what I'm doing now is I am actually recording these lives and uploading them because I'm building my YT page. So if you guys, some things I'll be moving around and doing, just bear with me until I get all of this situated. However, beyond that, let's go. It is Portal Day, people. 222. Y'all know I came on here on February the 18th. It was the day after Fire Horse, and everybody was doing these spikes. And then for about 15 hours in between the night of the going into the night of the 20th into the morning of the 21st, which was yesterday, you got like a 15-hour reprieve, and then here comes the 222 portal, so it's done pushed you back in. So if you guys are feeling like it's you know overwhelming, or it is kind of on your neck, like I said the other day, it might have got off for a little while, you thought you was okay, but if it starts coming back, hey, it's just no worries. That was the nudge, this is the push. And it's about what you're doing. So this is, of course, you guys can see free energy versus obligation energy. And y'all know I've been on this harmonic path, so I'm trying to show you how to harmonize, the energies that you're in, harmonize the feelings that you're having, and basically get you aligned, okay? Because not everything you're doing is aligned. Welcome in. Some of it is obligation. And your body knows the difference, okay? All of these things come out within our body. So today we're talking about free energy versus obligation energy, and what it does to your body, what it does to your thinking, and why some people burn out really, 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 really quick. And then others build and sustain. And of course, you guys know I have, when I get these little blah, blah, blah in the morning, I will definitely get my pen and paper out and get to typing. I get to talking to my daggone tablet. We doing all that. So this morning, it wasn't that big. I got hit with mine last night. I don't know about you guys, but I got hit with mine last night. So when it came to rising up, it was like, I need this. We've all been working on just bettering ourselves, just trying to get ourselves to the next. Thank you, Bo. Y'all know where it goes already. Trying to get ourselves to the next pillar in life. Okay, we always looking to rise. Now, there's things that's gonna knock us off, and we know that, but we're always looking to rise, right? So, I wanted to break it down today, like the concepts or the difference, so we can understand what's going on with us when we're moving in free energy versus us moving in obligation energy. All right, so let's start out with just, what it is, okay? So free energy is like you choose what you want to do, okay? You choose what you want to do. That's free energy, okay? Obligation energy is conditioned movements, like it's conditional. I'm obligated to do this, so therefore I'm conditioned. Welcome in, everyone. I'm conditioned to move this way within this obligation. Well, what happens with, again, your body, your thinking, your emotions? It's like the free energy allows you to expand, and then obligation energy makes you contract. All right, so free energy, expand. Obligation energy, contract. Same thing as saying free energy regulates your body, and obligation energy can deregulate your body. Welcome in, welcome in. Free energy is about clarity. Obligation sometimes builds resentment. I'm going to say that again. Free energy moves you more to clarity. Obligatory energy. We tend to have resentment. But free energy, it's it's the catalyst to just life's fulfillment. Okay? Obligatory energy is moving to programmed fulfillment. So, which you want to be on? Which we on program fulfillment, or we want to be on, free to move about the building? Okay. So with this portal that we're in, we just, like I said, we just came off Fire Horse. We dipped down, come back, and now we're in this 222 portal, and the portal screaming like, "Hey, jump! I feel it. I know." Although we just got the warning a couple days ago. So last night it was like downloads coming. I was like, yo, we done got a portal now. I mean, we done got the jump, the push. We trying to get on the horse, and then we gonna ride the horse through the portal. Oh, my peoples, they need a little. So before we go any further with this, because I need you guys to understand, okay, understand. So before we go any further with this, I'm gonna do the same. Y'all know my routine. Put your hands together for 5 seconds, all right? Feel each other. Feel it. Place it on your cheeks. And I had to do that, y'all, because my fingers is cold. Place it on your cheeks, all right? And you see how relaxed they are, right? Now, let your back of your jaw loosen up. Let your tongue drop. Drop your shoulders. I had to do my own. I'm excited today, y'all. All right? Now, take a breath. Make sure all of that is relaxed. Exhale and inhale. Well, we say in life, in love. Ex pain. But just slow your breathing down. Slow your love down. Welcome in, everybody. Let's relax. All right? Because I'm bringing you guys down I'm bringing myself down out of performance energy. I'm coming down to, hey, okay, breathe, Tamara. Y'all know I get excited when information and downloads. So let's get now to, breathing and get some tea. I'm trying to see where to start here. I'm so excited. But we relax and look, cheeks going back up. Anyway, all right. So let's get back to the definitions of this free energy versus obligation energy. So free energy, what it looks like. So I wrote down some things that free energy looks like to me. Like when I think about free energy, first of all, I get to think about my choices. Tam gonna do whatever the hell Tam want to do, right? Number one. All right, and then like I'm able to breathe. There's no words from everybody else. Kind of like what you got to do. I need this or I need that or this morning we supposed to get up and go to the store, pay the bills. Like all of that. When you don't have that in the thinking, when you don't have that in the body saying I can't even rest, I got to get up and move. That's what starts to build your real identity. That's what starts to build your coherence between the heart and the mind. That helps you heal faster. There's no resentment. There's no, welcome in. There's no resentment. There's no shit. I didn't really want to do that anyway. There's none of that. Like none of that. Okay? So it's like, even though you have this free energy, you start doing stuff, yeah, you're going to get tired. But you're not going to resent it. Okay? You may be tired, but it's a good tired. That's when you feel good. When you've been running all day and doing your thing, and then you get back and you say, "Ooh, I'm about to sit down. pour me some wine or whatever, and go get me some snacks and sit here and watch a good movie. That's that good day, that good energy. Now, let's move on to obligations. All right. So when I wrote down obligations, I said for me, all right, first of all, half of them, the first off top is I have to. I have to. I have to. And then you start feeling guilty because you don't want to. But then sometimes the scare and the fear set in, because why? Now you thinking, oh, well, if I don't, what is going to happen, and blah, blah, blah. And these little things start to come in your mind. Welcome in. They start coming in your mind. And what happens? Performance starts going down. Like, if I'm upset, I can't be on this live talking to you guys and telling you guys what's going on. My Numineers, I can't come on there like the light and try to get you guys to see the light and feel the light. How's that working, right? Or I'm tired. You are just drained out. As soon as somebody say we gotta sit down and work through just the regular old bills. What's the first? Welcome in. What's the first thing you do? Now you just want to go back to sleep. I had to go to the store. Oh my God. Oh gosh. I had to get up and take so-and-so to work and drop them off and come back. It's too early. Like all of those things, okay? So what happens? Just like I just did right now, live, you start to go over that conversation that you're about to have with these people. So now you're wasting brain energy. Because ain't that what you do? As soon as somebody say, are you going to get up and take me to work? What's your response in your head? Oh, shit. I wish I could just say no. And then you start thinking about what if I say no? And then what is that person going to say? And then you take 5 whole minutes having this conversation with yourself. Well, when you're having a conversation with yourself, you're building resistance to what you're doing. But then, because we are obligated, we go ahead and do it. Well, what does that do to your body? Oh, you say maybe nothing because I just get up and do it. But, because that obligation is looked at as a responsibility and you don't want to do that, guess what it does? It puts you right in constriction. As soon as you get up, you tighten up. You just... And why? Why are you tightening up? Because you don't want to do it. It's not free flowing. It's none of that. It's just movement. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be sitting around wasting my movements. See, the older we get, the more we have to do calculations in regards to our energy, right? Huh? The more we do, right? Okay, I'm just saying, people. So, if we're getting up and wasting movements because we feel, we have to, let me explain to you what it's doing to your body. Okay? And some of these, y'all know I have these words and then I have to change them up. So some of these, I just need you to listen. Okay? And I need you to listen hard because your body does not respond to the task. Your body is respond to the things that you have attached to the task. So, I'm going to say that again. Your body is not attached to the task, meaning as soon as you say, okay, we got to go, I'm going to just get up and go. No, the body is attached to that little conversation that you had right before you got up. Your body's attached to the feeling that you got when you thought about what you were doing. Pay close attention. Your thoughts lead directly. Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That vagus nerve is something. And as you're going through your thoughts and you stacking those conscious, I don't want to, your body is like, we don't want to, we don't want to, we don't want to. Now, I gave y'all some hints, or Trying to help lead y'all into this on Wednesday. This energy is pushing you, and I want you to pay attention. I said sit back, slow down, and pay attention to everything that's going on around you. Because, all right, right now, this portal is giving us a choice. It's giving us a choice to either move freely about the building or be obligated to this little box over here. All right? So, as I said before, your body responds to what you have attached to this task. It doesn't just respond to the task. I know we say, okay, grab your cup and lift it up, right? But if this is some stuff we don't want to drink, guess what? Our shoulder tightens up, our arm tightens up, and we be like, now we can't hold the cup. Same thing happens when you feel like you're moving in obligation. So let's understand the difference. So free energy in the body, you guys, free energy. Shoulders are relaxed when you're discussing what you're about to do. The jaws are softened. Do not have you guys do that at first? Your breathing deepens. You know, a lot of times we don't take a complete breath because we're too busy. That's not a complete breath. A complete breath is a full. Matter of fact, everybody do that with me one more time. That's a complete breath. Now imagine how many times you all day and never getting a complete breath. You wearing yourself out right there. Anyway, when you're moving free though, your body, it just automatically gives that full breathing, right? So what does that do? Get your heart rate steady. Some of y'all got high blood pressure. It's better digestion. I told y'all the vagus nerve, what's it? Run right beside. Doo, doo. Just think about whatever you put in you is what you are. The vagus nerve goes right beside. So whatever you put in you here in your mind, whatever you put in your mouth, them go hand in hand. You are what you eat, right? Okay. So let me feed you a little something right here. We can have, again, that free energy. If you need to heal from something, it's faster because you're not obligated to something. You have to give your mind to something else. No, you're free to roam about the building. And at this point, you guys, the building is your body. Okay? Let's just think of it like that. You're free to roam about your body. You're free to roam about your mind. You're free to look and see whatever you want when you're moving in that type of energy. It's very harmonious, isn't it? But when you're in obligation, we're back to the jaws tightening up, the neck tightening up, that breathing that you're doing, not even getting a full breath. Think about that. You're not getting your full thing of oxygen. Isn't that part of what you need? And your body's full of what? Water. Water needs oxygen. H2O. The O is there for a reason. Your blood needs the oxygen. Like, just saying. Another thing that obligation does is it makes you loop. Start looping them thoughts. Having conversations with people. Trying to make sure. I know sometimes I forget that I told somebody I was going to do something, right? And when it comes back up or when that person mentions it, I have to search to see it sometimes. I'm just being honest. I search and see if I can find a way out of it. Like during that conversation, did the person give me just a little inch out? You know how a person say, well, if you don't want to. How often we don't never take that I don't want to. Matter of fact, put it in the chat. How often do you actually reply, no, because I really don't want to? How often do you, How often do you do that? Because why? You feel obligated. What's the normal response? Oh well, nah, I'll do it. Knowing all of this is telling you, oh my God, we do not want to deal with this shit. Speak up. Okay? That's why you're not sleeping good. That's what obligation energy does. Some of you, I don't know, I'm tired in my sleep. Because you are bombarded with obligations. You're bombarded with obligations. Sometimes stuff just start hurting out the blue. Your knees is hurting. We'll just say, oh, it's about to rain, stuff like that. Oh, my back's hurting a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't have been doing that yesterday, bending over in the garden, da 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 da. No, that was good exercise. You out in the garden, you taking a walk, you rearranging and cleaning up the house. Those was good exercises. What's hurting you now, and we're just saying in this instance, your little back pain that you had, it didn't come from doing that. It came because today you can't move freely. You're obligated to something. You're obligated to something. All right? And you know why you burn out from all of this? You burn out from all of this because it's not that you didn't put the effort in. It's not that. It's not that. But you're not aligned. That's not alignment. Obligation is not alignment. Okay? And I know some of you guys are going, the first thing you think is, but I got responsibilities. Yes. But you have a responsibility to you first. You have a responsibility to you first. And y'all know my saying, if you ain't right, then everybody else ain't right. If you're going to perform movements and they're restricted, do you know how much more energy you're using? Do you know how much more wasted time, wasted energy, just wasting, period? We already got enough bullshit around, so we don't need to add to that. So when you're in the midst of this, the way you think, when you're in the midst of understanding the process of the difference between welcome in, the free energy and the obligation energy, I did this comparison, okay, of the thinking. And y'all know in the midst of putting stuff down, it's not really in order, so bear with me. Okay, so like the first thing is like when you're in free, you creative, like you're real creative, okay? You're like, hey, I thought of this idea and I am going to write it down or put it this or any of those things, and the picture starts to get clear, right? But when you're in obligation, like everything is defensive, and I'm going to give you an example. If you're able to think free and clear when you're speaking with someone and you say, hey, I have an idea to open up this business to do blah, 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 right? If that person that you're talking to stays in obligation and is not in free energy, you know what they're going to say? Do you have time for that? Don't you have a job? Don't you have, it puts out this defensive energy. They immediately, put upon you the they immediately start building the fence around you, and you're hearing this, so then it throws you into obligation. And so then what do? All of a sudden now you're like, oh my God, maybe I don't have, and then you start coming up with your own reasons, obligations to put in the way. Okay? When you're able to think freely, you can create these little strategies, obstacles are going to come with whatever you do. But if you're free to do this, just like me and this project I've been on, trying to culminate everything and bring it into my one life work, right? And I've been working on this for a while, but when I was in situations of obligation, I wasn't able to write these things out and come on here live and talk to you guys and stuff like that. No, I put all of this fear and control and all these things. Well, maybe this and maybe this and maybe. And it never had anything to do with that. Because if you put me on stage, I can get to talking and talk 3-4 hours and go. It's a whole show production. Okay? But because in certain situations there was so much obligations that I was focusing on first, I never allowed myself to have a free thinking moment. Like, oh, Tam, you can go in and you can do, a whole lot of information that can help the people. Ain't that what you do? So go, speak freely to them. Talk to them. Give them the understanding. Give them what you know, what you've studied, what you've researched, what you've lived. Because that's part of the growth. That's part of the alignment. Once you learn something, you got to live it. Y'all know, nothing comes overnight. Now, also, when you're able to think freely, you have to trust yourself, right? When you're able to think freely, you trust yourself. You are in that energy of, I can do anything, okay? I can move mountains right now. Y'all got me messed up. I can move mountains, But when you're in obligation, you're immediately on people pleasing. Obligation puts you immediately onto people pleasing energy, people pleasing thinking, people pleasing actions. When you're free to roam about the building, you're not gonna do anything. Okay, listen. Our minds are not going to create a scenario when we look into our future and say what we want, or when we're creating this picture, okay? The standard mental pathways of thought are not going to lead you to your demise, okay? They're not. So when you're thinking freely, guess what? You can, hey, I want to jump out of a plane. Right? Now, when you have obligations and you're in that obligation mindset, what do you say? I can't do that. What if this? What if the parachute don't? Or what if the pilot don't put me in the right place? Or what if I don't land? Like, you start building that fence, and next thing you know, guess what? You ain't even flying next week to go on vacation. Because of the pattern, because of the constant reassurance. Listen to that. The constant reassurance that you have given your mind that you are obligated to not participate in the thrill of your life. I'm going to say that again. You have talked yourself into not doing anything to fulfill yourself. Don't you want self-fulfillment? I mean, how long are we going to sit around like, oh man, I shoulda, woulda, coulda? And part of it is because you're in this obligation energy and you're talking yourself out of it. Let me tell you something. When you move and live in obligation, you start to build a life that you don't even like. I'm going to say that again. When you move out of obligation, you start to build a life that you don't even like. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be doing that. But then what do? You convince yourself You convince yourself it's my responsibility. You're only responsible for you. Okay? You are only responsible for you, baby. I mean, for real. Do you got kids? Do you got? I have kids. I have grandkids. Trust me. I understand. And I know a lot of you guys take a lot of this stuff literal. Thank you, for y'all take this stuff literal. You know, like, oh, she said I ain't. No, I'm not saying you ain't got to do nothing, boo. I'm saying, though, your process and your movements should be free, should come from a free thought process. Okay? I mean, you was fucking, so yeah, you got them kids, you got to do that. But there is a window of obligation with children. And a lot of times, we as grown people, as adults, as the adult to little adults, tend to keep this obligatory mindset. These people are adults. Sometimes these people have their own obligations. That's when we can be more into free thinking. So that's what I mean about when it's about you, when it's about how you need to move. If you have little kids, you have to make decisions to sustain you and the little kids, right? However, if you are only doing this to take care of the little kids, what are you doing to your body? You're stressing it out. You're a little upset all the daggone time. You know, you're not happy. You know, what are you showing your children? And then as I was growing up, and I've heard it before, and I'm sure some of you guys have heard when your parents be like, look, I got to go to work to take care of you. Now look what you just did there. I can't be missing work because I have bills. Look what you just did there. I heard somebody in the doctors, I told their child they didn't have time to be sitting here at the hospital with them because they broke their leg from playing outside or something. So they weren't supposed to be a little kid. You're the adult, right? They weren't supposed to be a little kid. That's what little kids do. They might break a bone or two. However, instead of us saying immediately, my day is about to be switched around because I decided to have sex with that person and have a child. See? Difference between obligation and free energy. If you immediately move in when it comes to your children, if you move in, I'm the one that created that, it's way more freer than doing the obligation part of it. You know, the one where y'all be like, she said she was on some pills, or she was doing this, or she was doing that to protect herself. Did you protect yourself? You know, everybody got this. He said this, or we had a condom. You know, y'all go through all that. You was doing it. Period. Okay? Again, misalignment. And that's a big, we're going to hold it right there for a minute. That's a big misalignment for people. Because, and I'm going to say it for y'all. Because I know some of y'all out here that don't want to say it. So Tam is definitely going to say it for you. Some of you hold resentment towards the obligation to your child because you don't want to accept the moves that you make to even get there. Okay? And then what do? You pass that energy on to the child. That's not fair. That starts into the the abuse word. That starts into there. Now we in this whole abusive situation. Because you didn't want to accept. Okay? Free energy helps you to accept. Because if you're free to move, then when things come on you and that little niche hits you and you're supposed to say no, guess what? In free energy, you're going to say, hell no, I'm not doing that. And then you don't have to worry about the later obligatory moments. But if you already thinking in obligation mode, then guess what? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay. You know? Now you upset. Now you mad. Now your body's restricted. Now all of that. Like that's everything that happens. All of that. So since I've given you what's going on with your mind and your body, let's do something, wake you back up. Let's do something, wake you back up. All right. So let's do a free energy scan for your body. All right. All right. So, which one are we gonna do? Okay, yeah, let's do the free energy body scan first. All right. So think about something that you genuinely chose to do this week. Okay. Something you chose to do. Chose. Like, I'm taking myself out to eat. And I'm going to this restaurant and I'm about to order this. Or I'm taking myself outside. I'm just going to sit on the porch all day and I'm not going to do anything. Something you chose to do, right? Now, picture yourself doing it again. Scan your body. How's it feel? How does it feel? Is your jaw tight? Are your shoulders up like this? Feel your stomach. Or do you feel just that's free energy. That's free energy. It required you to move and do things, but guess what? You wanted to do it. You didn't need no force. You wasn't forced. You wasn't forced at all. So guess what? It feels good. Now, let's get with the obligation energy scan. All right? So now, think about something that you was obligated to do this week. Okay? Now picture yourself in that situation. I just seen my own eye twitch. See? Live, real time. Scan your body. I'm sorry. Oh gosh, that's funny. Did your jaw tighten? Did your chest harden? Look, did you get short of breath? Did your shoulders rise? My whole eye twitched. Like, y'all seen that on live. That is so wild. Oh my God, that is so wild. Oh, guys. That reaction was definitely data. You hear me? Now, how did you guys feel? Was it the same? I'm sorry I turned it into a laugh, so I probably relaxed y'all, but my whole eye just straight twitched. Oh my gosh. Look, I kind of want to, if we was in, see, I'm trying to get to another channel. If we was on another channel, I would try to rewind myself back just to see, y'all see that? Anyway, I might put that in there. Okay, sorry. I've just been thrown. But okay, so listen. Your body reacts before you can even connect it to the situation. And we just seen it in real time. That's what I mean about obligation and free energy. Just seen it in real time. Even if you didn't assess yourself, you seen it on me. And I live free as fuck. And I'm the one to tell you, I don't care. I'm not doing it. I don't care. Like literally. But, there are a minor set of things that I am obligated to. Like I am a human, a grown woman. Like, we do have responsibilities. However, that doesn't mean I want to do them. So it's like, where is the balance within us, you guys? Where is the balance? At least it was just my little eye twitching. My jaw didn't clench up, my shoulders didn't. So like let's just say that's the level of obligation I have narrowed it down to, just a little eye twitch. Because I used to have the clenched jaw. Shoulders all up. Gotta remind myself to let my tongue drop down and relax my jaw muscles. And have y'all ever been so just I gotta do that when you get home at night, you be like, why do I feel like I got a headache? And it be right here. That's because you've been clenching this shit up all day. Sometimes when you have a headache, it ain't because it's an actual migraine. There's a nerve, that's being pinched by glands or your swelling or, like any of those things you got hit in the head. Like sometimes it's because you have been holding that right here. That mandible bone is something. You hear me? And it's strong. And because you can't speak up or speak out or say what you want or situations like that, it starts clenching and tighter as it goes. And I'm gonna tell y'all, that's why some of y'all be around people and you have a headache. As soon as you get around them, you have a headache because your body remembers that it's about to clench the hell up. Because you don't want to say what you want to say. Which, why would you be around somebody and you can't even speak freely? Free energy, right? Okay. Y'all know that phone. All right, so again, like we do have responsibilities, okay? All right, but I want you guys to listen to this right here. Just listen. All right? Because I don't want you to walk away from responsibilities. And I know some of y'all want to run, but we're not. But what if the environment that you're in is just not aligned with you? Okay? Because sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes it's the job. Sometimes it's the relationship that's misaligned. Sometimes it's the culture that's misaligned. Sometimes it's just the container that's misaligned. Okay? Your body is not always reacting to this. Sometimes it's reacting to that misalignment. That vagus nerve is running down, and if that ain't it's this good Sunday. Christ consciousness comes up that spine. Them nerve endings go up there. All of that is right there together, boo. All of that. So if one is tensed up and then the other comes and clenches onto it, what do you think is happening to you? And some people have been doing it for so long that when they walk like this. Now, we do know some people have, scoliosis, or they've been sitting in the chair like this forever. But a lot of times, it's from stress. It's from this, being so tight. And think about it. When you tight, what does it do? Go right in, go right. Get shorter and shorter. You shrink, you crunch. You go up in a ball. All right? Do y'all want to do the 5-year thing again? Let's do that. All right. So, hands, rub your face. We kind of been talking and laughing, so let's, just relax our jaws again. All right. Drop your tongue again. All right, so where do you want to be in 5 years? That's what you're to think right now. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Picture it. Got it in your mind? How does it look? Now, touch your jaws. Are they tightened up? Are they tight right there? When you just went through that whole picture? Did you get the full body visual? Scan your body. How do you feel in that moment in 5 years? Because I'm going to tell you guys some things that probably happened just now. When you thought about it, you seen the picture and you got excited and there was a joy to it. But if you designed, that's the word, if you designed your next 5 years from an obligatory mind, then that's where the tightening up comes. That's where the restrictions in your body come from. Because the first thing, stomach again, y'all know, I'm gonna have to start eating before I start these. Anyway, what happened in your body? Like, do you feel tightened up? Like, and that's what it is. It's like, oh, I see. I can be in 5 years. I can be a lawyer for Wakefield and Wakefield. I don't know if that's a place, y'all, but anyway, I could be a lawyer for them, and then here come the obligation thoughts, and this is where the tightening up comes in. Well, how you gonna pay for school? Oh, you ain't got time because you gotta work. What are you gonna do with the kids? And that is what I mean about how we take free energy and it gets distorted by obligations. All right? And you know why your body reacts the way it reacts? It's because when you first start thinking about it, they didn't believe you. It's like saying your body don't believe you. That's it. Oh, I'm going to be out here and I'm going to be. Your body was like, ain't even no reason to get excited. Because she's not going to do it, or he's not going to do it, or they're not going to do it. Why? Why are you not going to do it? It just sounds like reasons and excuses, huh? Maybe if we, let me give you this. I got one for you. A vision, okay, a vision without embodying it feels like pressure. A vision without embodying it, because that's what I just had you guys do, feels like pressure. But now, if you have a vision and you can embody it, that feels like purpose and direction, don't it? Purpose and direction energy is some free energy, honey, and that feels good. And that's where we're supposed to be heading. But we're so stuck in obligation that a lot of us are missing the boat. We are in this portal. This 222 ain't no joke. We just came off a fire horse. And we got this portal opening up right here. And it's like, what do you want to do? But as above, so below. I tell you all the time. If you giving resistance to yourself, then the universe energy that's here to help push us along and give us a little extra boost, they like, why am I gonna come help you? Shit, you don't believe it either. You not moving towards it either. So you think we just supposed to come and do what? Hence the meaning of me saying Wednesday. Some of you are out here. What was the statement? You're out here trying to find the answers when you should be looking or listening or wanting the question. What is the question? And I said that statement, and I'm going to say the reason again is because the question is what unlocks things within you. Everything you need and want is within you. You do not have to go outside of yourself to get it. I said reading and research does what? Align those things within you. Well, we're at this portal, so are we jumping? Are we jumping through? Where are we jumping through to? Where y'all jumping to? Nobody? Put in the chat where you're jumping to through this portal. You know me. If you script it and write it down, it is so. Where you jumping to? And look at where you jumping to. Whatever you wrote down or think about it, picture it, right? All right. Notice your body. Notice your body. Now, does it feel like I have to? Or does it feel like I chose to? Do that again. Where are you portaling to? Are you portaling because you have to? Or are you portaling because you choose to? See, because I move in freedom, I'm able to sit here and say, hey, guess what? What do I want to do today? Where do I want to go? Did I fight to get here? Yeah. Yes, I did. Do I have obligations? Yeah. But guess what? Today is my day to choose. So I don't care. And everybody else, I love you guys, but I don't care. We need to do a thing on that. Let me explain something between loving and caring, okay? When you love, there is no conditions. None. No conditions. Not unconditional, none. I love, period. I love people, period. But do I care? Not so much. Because in the midst of caring, that gives me the obligation to do. Now, love, kids, family, got you. Care, kids, family, got you. When it goes beyond that, and when I say family, that's my friends that's been around me, because I love them too. Anybody that's I can see that's in my vicinity, that I connect with, that's love. I love them. Okay? You guys, I love you guys. But do I care about the choices that you make? About this much. And that's because I am not here to hold your hand. I'm just here to give you the information and, plant the seeds. Plant the seeds. Okay? So let's do that one more time. Think about where you want to jump to. Now, did you have to jump there? Or did you choose to jump there? The task of jumping is the same, but the energy feel different, don't it? Same 10, different sides. All right? And why is that? Because your body's gonna jump. Like your whole right now, your spirit is gonna jump. Okay? But whether it feels good or not, whether you're relaxed through it or tensed up or not, depends on the story that you have attached to it. Okay? And this all depends on what you tell yourself in regards to how you want to maneuver, how you want to spend your energy. Because it's crazy. It's crazy. Check out this crazy work. This is some crazy work. You got to use energy. You got to use momentum to do things, right? Okay. And then, if you're doing something that you don't want to do, then it's even heavier while you're doing it. So, you're going to, thank you, Bo. You're going to use double the time, double the task, double the attitude, you doubling everything because you feel obligated to do. Boy, if y'all don't start telling these people no, if y'all don't find yourself a different job, huh? Welcome in. Welcome in. Well, I need y'all to start moving. I need y'all to start moving from choice instead of pressure. Okay? I need y'all to do that. I need you to move out of choice. I need you to move out of choice. I need you to move out of choice. Just the word pressure is, listen to it, pressure. Pressure? Yeah. She sung it, didn't she? Didn't she? She made it sound good. Go on, girl. But guess what? I don't know. Y'all know when I write some stuff down, I gotta stop doing that. But I just be in the moment. Okay? Listen, it's about movement and not pressure. The type of pressure, when you say pressure, that's the type of pressure or the only pressure you should want. Okay? Okay? Yeah. Okay, my eyes on you. I'm just saying. Now just say the word choice. I have a choice. I even like saying that word. Choices. Everybody has choices. You have a choice. And that right there, I'm going to tell you, sometimes knowing you have a choice is hard as hell. Convincing yourself that you have a choice. Sorry, you guys. If y'all know some good lip stuff, hit me to it. I've tried everything. And I got this at the airport. I need to go to the store and get me some more. But anyway, I've been in the lab. Yeah, I'm not even out there I'm doing what I want to do, right? And it's not going to the daggone store. Shit. Welcome in. All right. So, where was we at? Oh, the pressure. But I love that word choices. Everybody has choices. I love that. Because, if you're not making choices, then that is literally putting you out of alignment, people. Okay? It is. And I see a lot of you guys and gals and stuff. I not say you guys because it's just how I talk, but I see a lot of my numineers. Let's go there. We're going to continue to use it that way. I see a lot of my numineers out here kind of just frolicking about and just, trying to find and define themselves. And, well, because at our age now, and I'm speaking to us, and I'm speaking to the younger people, because, yeah, listen, so y'all don't get to this point when y'all get to y'all 50s, okay? It's some people that have never did anything on their bucket list, and they're 50. That's wild to me, okay? For 50 years, you have never just sporadically did something to heighten your awareness, to raise your vibration, to elevate you, to excite you, to kind of scare you just a little bit because it's outside of your norm. That's free energy. It's okay for that nervous feeling to come, but let your nervous feeling come because you're excited about doing something. We don't want that nervous energy because you have to, and I feel obligated, and oh my God, and now you so tensed up and nervous because you can't tell the person no. Okay. All right. So, all right, hold on. Y'all know TikTok make you do the little thing. Which is wild because I'm literally on live. But anyway. So that just threw me off, didn't it? It really did. It really did. Where was I at? Oh shoot! See, I got notes here, and I'm going off the dome. Ain't that something? But anyway, just that making choice. Oh, the bucket list. That's where I was at. So people have never did nothing on their bucket list, and when I say stuff on your bucket list, a lot, I'm not saying the greater things, because sometimes shit you just ain't never had the money to do the things. I get that. I got stuff on there that I still haven't did either, but literally it's only because of the money though. It's not because I just didn't stop myself. Some bucket lists just could be, I want to go down to the water and see if I can run around the whole lake, or just close my eyes and fall in. And I'm just making stuff up, but I'm just saying, you do have little things on your bucket list that you could do right now, don't you? Just something that would be just sporadically out of the norm, out of your norm anyway. That can bring the excitement and the joy back to yourself. Like that little kid, where is it at? Just because we get grown, it's like we forget that we have this, we have this joy, that little child joy that you have in you that you're not connecting to. As soon as we get obligations, what we do, we got to put the child up. Okay, I hear you. But now look at you. You so obligated that you can't even think freely enough to come up with an idea for your rest of your life. So many obligations. You cannot come up with an idea to free you for the rest of your life because you have stuck to this mindset and stuck to this attitude. So this is why, this right here, what we talk about, is why I started with awareness. It's why everybody should start with awareness. This is why we have to start with awareness. Okay? You have to start with awareness. And if you don't start becoming aware, again, you're going to be building something that you don't like because you're going to be in obligation. You're going to be in this. And the things that I've been talking about in this live, this is just the surface, boo. This is just that free energy versus obligation. Oh, honey, we can break it down to pinpoint exactly when, where, and why in that body. When, where, and why in that mind. What level of your consciousness does that trigger go off where I'm about to, my body is about to react in a way just from that one thought? Or my whole emotional stability goes out the window because of that one thought of obligated thought. Oh, our emotions are tied to that. Trust. It's energy in motion, right? So we're tied to that. But hey, I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope you understand that you are free to roam about the building, and the building temple is you. You're free. You're free, free, free. Say it to yourself. Free, free, free. And while you were on here, if you I'm sorry, some of these I do gotta look at, y'all. But if you've been on here and you were able to feel the difference within your body, and you've seen that the difference between I have to and I choose to, that's you recognizing, that's recognition, and that's where it starts. So for the rest of the day, I challenge you guys to actually notice when things come up, how your body reacts. Just real quick, do like this. Or if your hands on your stomach, just, or just, those areas. Because that's where it's going to show up. Literally. Here, 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 your gut. And then when it gets overwhelming, it's going to be your lower back. Okay? All right. Well, hey, you guys got any questions? Anything you want to say, add, ask? Make sure you put it in the chat. I will reply as soon as possible. However, if this conversation hit you or is something within you that you recognize as misalignment, join the community. Join the Harmonic Apothecary community. The link is definitely in the bio. I'm going to put it in the description. Join the community. Tomorrow we have our Monday conversations. It's our harmonic unwinding for Monday. Come in, and you don't even have to start the courses if you don't like. There's 2 free that get you right into awareness. Everything you listened to and heard today, it's definitely going to put you right in that mindset of, hey, okay, I've already noticed this and I'm aware of that. Let's take it a little bit further and let's just dig deep, okay? Hey, the link is in the bio. All right? The goal is not to escape responsibility. It's to move into alignment so we don't allow the pressure. All right? No pressure. Free living. It's the Harmonic Apothecary. Live and in color. Have a great day, you guys.